Hey, everyone! Are you ready for some mind-blowing insights about how your eating habits might affect your health and your lifespan? Today, we're talking about some wild new findings on two popular dieting methods, caloric restriction and intermittent fasting, and how they impacted nearly 1,000 mice in a major study. So, here's the deal, we all know that eating fewer calories is good for us, right? It's supposed to help with things like weight control and keeping our bodies in tip-top shape. But the big question is, does it help us live longer? And what about intermittent fasting, where you limit when you eat but not necessarily how much? Is that the easier way to stay healthy and increase lifespan? The results, well, they're fascinating. First, let's break it down. The researchers looked at two groups, one on a strict calorie diet, where they ate 20 to 40% less than usual, and another on an intermittent fasting plan, where they either fasted for 1 or 2 days a week. Now here's the kicker, both methods helped extend lifespan, but the amount of benefit depended on how intense the diet was. The mice on the strictest diet, eating 40% less, lived the longest, by about 9 extra months in mouse years, which is a lot. But, there were trade-offs. And not all the mice benefited the same way. For instance, while calorie restriction did wonders for lifespan, some mice lost a lot of muscle, got cold easily, and even had changes in their immune system, which could make them more vulnerable to infections. In other words, living longer doesn't always mean feeling great the whole time. As for intermittent fasting, it was a bit more forgiving. Mice that fasted 1 day a week still saw a bump in lifespan without cutting overall calories too much. But, if they fasted 2 days a week, it started messing with their blood cells, and if they were already on the heavier side, fasting didn't really help extend their lifespan at all. Another cool thing the study found was that some of the typical health markers we rely on, like reduced body fat and lower blood sugar, weren't actually tied to longer life. So, eating less isn't just about avoiding obesity, it's doing something deeper in the body. What really made a difference were traits like how well the mice handled stress and kept their body weight stable over time, and certain immune system markers, like having the right types of white blood cells. These seem to be the real keys to not just living longer, but staying healthier as we age. But here's where it gets really interesting. Even with all the benefits of calorie restriction and fasting, genetics played a huge role. Some mice just had better luck in the DNA lottery and lived longer no matter what they ate, while others, not so much. In fact, genetics had a bigger influence on lifespan than diet alone. So, what does this all mean for us? Well, it tells us that while eating less or at specific times can be good for health, there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to living longer. It's about finding the balance that works for your body, your genes, and maybe focusing more on how your body handles stress and stays resilient over time. Whether you're a fan of intermittent fasting or cutting calories, remember, it's about more than just the numbers on the scale. Stay active, keep stress in check, and make sure you're feeding your body what it needs to stay strong. And who knows? Science might just help us crack the code for a longer, healthier life. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more surprising science about your health and how you can live your best life, inside and out.